My vision now as the Archbishop of the Anglican Church of Kenya is to use the local church model and framework to be a leader who will create hope in the lives of other people. A leader who will not only show people the direction of God in terms of their heart, but also in terms of what they will be able to do that will improve their livelihoods. I was born to a family where my father had 11 wives. My mother was number 7 in the line. Unfortunately, my father died when I was barely 4 years old. I don't remember how he looked like. I don't remember seeing him properly. Soon after his death, they decided to send away 4 of my father's wives, my mother included. In this new village, there was a school. World Vision came to that village. And one morning they came to that school asking for any child without both parents. There was an older boy who is older enough to be able to know what is being said. So he put his hand up and he said, this young boy doesn't have a father. Then a few days later, they came back now with a full school uniform, including shoes. A few months later, there was a drought in that area and there was very, very scarce food. What we used to drink then is water from ponds. We didn't have any chemicals to purify it. All of us will walk into the same water. The wild animals will come and drink the same water, and that's what we are going to use at home. Again, World Vision came with the intervention of feeding the families of those children. That meant a lot. A few years later, here I am alone. In the middle of the forest, I was tired and sweating. I was seated on this log. I must have seen a spider now rebuilding its web. Then all of a sudden, all that brokenness of the broken spider's web turned to me. And I realized it is my life which is broken. All of a sudden, my mind began to wander back to the stories of this Jesus. I began to ask myself, can this Jesus really give me rest? Can he give me a future? Can he give me a hope? God, help me forget all those broken pieces of my life and begin to build anew, like the spider was rebuilding a new web. Now give me a new life. I came to organize this little church. After that, the pastor now came and he began to notice, and then he asked me whether I can consider myself working in the church as an evangelist. When I arrived, the bishop warned me and said, that's a very, very difficult parish. I've tried many people, they are not able to make a progress. My first 2 weeks, I just sat in the small office they had and went through all the files. One of the elders looked at me and said, young man, these things you are talking to us about, we have been talking about them, it is never possible. I said it is because of the mentality you have, that nothing is resolved because nothing is possible. I want to move you from the impossibilities mind to a mind that see the possibility side of things. That is going to be possible. It is us who are going to make things happen. The pastor picked me from there, put me in the mainstream of the church as an evangelist, then encouraged me to become a vicar. From there, the bishop again encouraged me to become a bishop. I never wanted to become a bishop. Then being a bishop in Kericho, again the church encouraged me to become an archbishop. The entire province just said, it is you we want as our archbishop. I never imagined I'll be sitting in places where my contribution will have an opportunity to influence the wider society. My critical role now as a Christian leader in this country is to support other leaders. Because the test of a leader like me and you is how much have we grown other leaders. We all have potential we have not realized. We have potential we have not identified. I owe a lot of who I am today to those people who invested in me, who saw something in me and grew me. World Vision played a part. My local pastor played a big part. My bishop later played a part. God has a purpose. He knows us before we know Him. And each one of us has an opportunity to realize the full potential God knew we had even before we knew we had.